Hi, welcome to the small shed. This Saturday we're making an engine stand for Hettie's engine. See you in a minute. Now, one of the problems I've got is that I need to rebuild the engine that is in Hettie that broke several years ago. I've got another engine to rebuild as well, and we'll see whether or not that gets done this summer or not. But at least I need to get something done, and to do that I need to get the engine out on a stand so I can work on it at bench height, and so it won't roll over and become unstable. So I'm going to have a look around in the shed, see what I've got, see if I can use either timber or aluminium. We're going to have a look and see what I can use. Just had a dig underneath the bench and got some of the offcuts from the metal that I use for the framing for the carts. I'm not going to go too overboard. I normally use these bolts to fix it together and screw. You do a hole through and screw into the end of the section. I think there's only two places where that's important because it's a very strong joint, and that is in the verticals that are going to hold the engine. So I'm going to do two of those, but for the rest of it I'm going to use the little slide-in brackets that you get that you can do up with an Allen key. So this shouldn't be too difficult. I think I've only probably got to cut one piece to size. I'm going to I've got some end caps left over, so I've got those sorted out. All I'm going to do is fix these together like that with an end cap on each end. One there, one there. I'm going to stick two more there, and that will stick out slightly further because it'll give it a bit of stability that way, I think. So we'll put those like that, and it'll mean if I want to I can put some casters underneath it. That should give me a good solid base, and then I'll drill holes in there and there for the verticals. And the only piece I've got to cut then is that cross member, which will go in there, and then it means I can get the whole engine. This is just the back casing, but the fixings are through there and there. Fix those into there, get some spacers made, and then just put two bolts through right the way through, and that will hang the whole engine further forward. I think there's plenty of strength in it doing that, but if there is any need to support the front, well, I can always support it off those bits there. So that's the plan. Just sort a couple of more bits of framing out and get drilling some holes for these brackets. 20mm in because it's 40/40 and we need to drill a hole in the middle of the thing. So we'll go put a pilot hole through first. Bench as much as I can, although it's beginning to show its age now. Better. These need to go up to a 10mm overall, but just work up to it. Now, I've said it before, this having this charging station in here is one of the best things I ever did, because it means I've always got a fresh battery and I'm not having to scrabble around looking for a charger or anything. They're always there ready or charging. So it's the same with the camera batteries. There's one there that's ready to go, and there'll be another one on charge immediately I've done that, so that I've always got batteries ready whenever I need them. And I need a couple of, I think they're 10mm holes for the bolts, for the long bolts. I think it should be 10. If necessary I can open them out afterwards. They need to be 130, 135mm apart. So we'll start them about there. Right. Same as before. Pilot hole first. And then we just put the ratchet driver in and get the ends threaded for the bolts. And then if we take the side pieces, we've already got a hole drilled for them. That's basically for the ratchet to go through. Does that up tight. Give me a really solid, rigid fixing. Same on the other side rail. Uprights. And all I need to do, I've got these, as I say, the Allen screw fixings to work there and there. All I need to do, that will give me an adjustment on the width as well if I want it, but at the moment I'll just set it. What I need to do is put the end caps in as well. Allen keys. What size they are, I think that's it. That's starting to get the rigidity in it already now. There's no flex in any of it. Just need to fix the back ones. Same thing again, a couple of end caps. Get those so they're equal on either side. Just gives it that little bit more stability to rock, from rocking side to side. Mm. 28mm. That's it. Right, that just leaves one piece now that I've got to cut to go between those sides, although I suppose, yeah, no reason I can't put it on top. Now in an ideal world I should have cut probably 4mm off that top piece, but this isn't an ideal world and it doesn't really matter that much. beauty of this stuff is that you can, like I'm doing now, just take it apart and reuse it without too much trouble. And that's essentially it. That it's as simple as that. I've got a couple of lengths of threaded rod at the moment. I've got to make some spacers and get myself some 10mm washers, or bolts nuts I mean. But essentially now that will just thread through there and hopefully there. Yeah. Those are the main engine mounting points. Put the spacers in to get it rigid within the frame. Nuts and washers on the outside. And that's it. I can start and get the rest of the motor hanging off that back. And I mean, there's no flex in that at all. It's not going to be any problem with that going. So that's it. The road to rebuilding Hettie is one step further down it. So, good little project. Shouldn't take up too much room in the garage. If necessary, as I say, to make it roll around, I can put it on casters. But I think we should be able to move it around like this anyway. Well, that's another useful project. Very quick, very easy. This stuff is nice to work with, and it's very easy to get a result very fast. Hope it was of interest. Look forward to seeing you next week. We'll be making something different, I hope, and I'll see you then. Bye.